Hey folks, Garlic here with the Living Medicine Project and the newly named Living Medicine Herb School. And I want to say happy spring equinox. Today's March 19th, 2024. And I wanted to make a little video, even though it's not the best time. I wish I had done this earlier so I wasn't staring into the setting sun. Um, but it's better than being completely backlit, which would be what happened if I turned and faced it that way. In any case, equinox, both spring and fall equinox, always make me think and like gestate and really chew on this idea of what is balance and how is balance achieved in my life. And being a bit of a process geek, I do get a little distracted, I admit, to thinking about the concept of balance, sometimes as much as or more than the state of balance in my life. But as such, I want to share an idea. Because most of us are taught, and when we talk about balance or we use the term balance, we kind of mean, or we have an image in our mind's eye of something static, a scale, with the two weights on either side, and just still. There's certainly an association that I have of like an image of a meditation person on the meditation cushion, and that stillness is about balance. And I think it's important. In fact, I think it's really useful to shift that idea. While the meditation person is achieving balance, hopefully achieving balance on their cushion, it's also a balance in relationship with movement. And the idea of just having static balance, I think it creates an expectation that things will remain the same. And really, life is just about change. When you look at the living world around us, everything is changing all the time, constantly. And it's really useful when we approach our day with that as a backdrop, because it means that we're approaching life as a situation where we need to be adaptive, we need to be responsive. And it's just a matter of fact because it's how life is. So my teacher, Stephen Buhner, used to use the example of somebody on a unicycle as what he considered to be a more accurate and a more resourceful and useful metaphor for what balance is. Because when you think about a person on a unicycle, and maybe you're one of those few people who's watching this who's ever been on a unicycle. I've only tried it a couple of times. But the unicyclist is constantly in motion. It's actually quite difficult to find complete stillness because they'll fall over afterwards. And you can extrapolate from your experience on a bicycle that we've all had that experience that, we had to speed up or we were going to fall over or something like that. If we didn't make some adjustment, we would fall. It's just, instead of it being mostly left to right as it is on a bicycle, it's also front to back on a unicycle. And so you feel every little pebble on the ground that you hit with that wheel. And it sends a communication up to the body so that you can make an adjustment. And then you make the adjustment, which is a communication again out into the world, which is how the plant world operates. It's how the animal world operates as well. There's a communication that comes in. There's some noise in the background, and it means something. If it's the noise of an eagle, then the songbirds are going to respond in a certain way. And chemical things in the soil as well between the plants. So why do I bring this up? Because it's really important for us to remember that we are not machines and that we need to plug into reality that we are living beings and that we live in a world of living beings. We live in a living world. And this is really useful because two reasons. One, because it makes us more supple as we deal with struggles and challenges in our day. It makes us immediately more responsive because we don't have the expectation. We're not having to push ourselves out of the expectation that things are going to remain the same, which is often a struggle. It's often the biggest struggle that people have. We just are in a mind frame, we're interacting with the world, with this flow that is inherent to all living beings. Now, there's a lot more that I can say on this, and this is about the sixth or seventh take that I've done, and I'm just going to leave it there for now. And I'm going to ask you to comment below and just tell me what you think about balance and what metaphors you use that you find resourceful and why they're resourceful. Because I'm really interested, especially in expanding on nature metaphors, which you might have noticed that the unicycle, not a nature metaphor, but still really useful to prove that point. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there and say thank you so much for watching. Talk to you next time.